It marked the beginning of a new chapter, one where I would focus on my own healing and finding happiness apart from the family drama. Axel and Renee got married that day, surrounded by our family who had chosen to support them. I, on the other hand, began to distance myself from those who had sided against me. It wasn't out of spite, but out of a need to protect myself and start anew. I had lost a fiancé and a brother, but I was determined not to lose myself in the process. In the weeks and months that followed, I started to rebuild my life. I reconnected with old friends, threw myself into work, and even picked up new hobbies that brought me joy. It wasn't easy, and there were days when the weight of the betrayal felt unbearable, but slowly, I began to heal. One day, as I was going through some old photos, I came across one of Axel and me from when we were kids. We were smiling, arms around each other, not a care in the world. The memory brought a bittersweet smile to my face. Despite everything, he was still my brother. The bond we had shared growing up was real, even if it was now tainted by betrayal. I realized that while I couldn't forgive Axel and Renee just yet, I could work towards letting go of the anger and hurt that had consumed me. One day, out of the blue, I received a letter from Axel. It was heartfelt and sincere, filled with regret and apologies. He explained how he had struggled with guilt and how much he missed having me in his life. He didn't ask for forgiveness, but hoped for a chance to rebuild our relationship. It took me a long time to respond. I needed to be sure that reaching out wouldn't reopen old wounds, but eventually, I wrote back. I told him that while I wasn't ready to forgive and forget, I was open to the possibility of reconciliation. It was a tentative step, but it was a step nonetheless. Over time, Axel and I began to communicate more. It was awkward and painful at first, but slowly, we started to rebuild our relationship. It would never be the same as before, but it was a new beginning. Renee remained a distant figure in my life, someone I would never be close to again, but I learned to coexist with the reality of their relationship.